Hello and welcome back. So let's do a quick recap of lesson one. I figured I would push lesson one through a tool I made called Dreamforge YouTube Analyzer, and it creates a quick TLDR and key takeaways. So I'm going to pause the video here so you can read this for the TLDR and the key takeaways if you have forgotten what lesson one was about without having to watch the entire lesson. Just as an interesting side note, this is an app I also built in Vercel with Next.js and Claude Code. So you can give it any YouTube video and it will summarize it for you. So as you can see here are some of the key moments to watch from lesson one. And I will do this for every lesson as a recap at the beginning. Okay, so let's continue our series with lesson two. This is where you're going to learn to set up your tools. And once this is done, you'll always be able to use them for any project you work on. So let's start by reviewing the learning objectives. We're going to install Visual Studio Code. Of course, I've already installed mine, so I will just show you where to go to install it, but the instructions on each of these sites are very clear. If you do have any questions, please make a comment and I'll be happy to help or clarify or even update the lesson for the future if it wasn't already clear. But essentially, now we're going to install Visual Studio Code, Node.js, and Git on your Mac or Windows PC. Since I'm on Windows, I will demonstrate the Windows version and how my tools look and work. And we'll refer back to my own personal website, emieldeTooy.com. I will open it up in Visual Studio Code so you can see how it looks. And I'll give you a quick overview of how Codex and Claude Code works there. So we're going to open a terminal inside VS Code and you can run your first commands. You're going to verify your installs by reading version numbers. You're going to know where your projects will live on disk and why it matters. In my own case, I used my H drive, which is an external SSD drive, but you can store them anywhere you want under your projects. But I do recommend that you make a subfolder for each project that you work on, just to keep things contained. So if you don't have Visual Studio Code on your computer yet, just follow the instructions in the course. But essentially, you will go to this web page and you will download for Windows. Follow the instructions to install it, and I'll see you inside Visual Studio Code. And once you have your Visual Studio Code installed, then go to step 2 and install Node.js if you don't have that. And the website link is convenient in the course. So as you follow along in the Academy, you can just click this. On Windows, we will run the MSI installer. So Node.js website is here. You'll click on this Get Node.js. Also, make sure as you begin to learn how to build these apps that you follow the documentation from the tools that we use. They can be very useful information, not just for you, but to give your coding agent as well. So explore the docs. They're very detailed and extra information as you need to learn more in depth. You don't have to, but you could give your coding agents this information as well. Then the third step is to install Git using this link here, git.scm. And you can learn more about it here. There's your reference, your tools about in the installation, or you can just click here, install for Windows. So as you can see, like I said earlier, Git is a free and open source distributed version control system designed to handle everything from small to very large projects with speed and efficiency. It helps you keep your code safe even when your computer gets destroyed, and you can organize your projects that you work and build in this on your local computer. Then in GitHub, which you'll also need, is how you store those same code and projects in the cloud and that you link to Vercel to deploy them. So at the time of recording, this is the versions that I use on my computer, and this is my project folder for my personal page, Emiel de Tooy. Yours will be slightly different depending on when you watch this video or do it. The important thing is that you understand the command node -v will show you the version, npm -v the same, and git version like that. So if you don't get versions back, then means you haven't installed the required tools. So take a step back and do that. So make sure you follow this troubleshooting tip here. Fully close and reopen VS Code so it picks up the new installation. Maybe your path just hasn't been updated. In step 5, you have to choose a home for your own projects. And this is the normal recommended path, but you can choose anything, like I'm using my H drive. Let's go over some common mistakes. Don't install Node from a third-party site. Choosing the current download instead of the long-term solution or long-term support. You want the long-term support version. It's more stable and it's better tested by them. Don't forget to open or reopen VS Code after you install it so that everything can refresh and cache is cleared and the path is updated. Okay, so this is your assignment. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and install VS Code, Node.js, LTS, and Git using the links that I provided. There's Node, Visual Studio, and Git. And please make sure that you go through the knowledge check, go through the quiz. It will help you surface any things that you're not sure of yet. And when you're done, you can mark your lesson as complete and continue with lesson 3. See you back in lesson 3. So before we start the next lesson, and you can't wait to see how it looks like, you probably want to have a sneak preview of Visual Studio. So why don't we show you how you can use the shortcut. So I'm in my project folder, Emile de Tooy, and I just type code dot, and I hit enter. And it's going to use this command to load up Visual Studio for us. And initially you will not have much in there, but in my case, will show us the project that I've built for Emile de Tooy. You know, the example where I show my book. So obviously we're going to go into detail about VS Code and how to use it, but just as a very brief introduction, I want to show you that I set up 2 tabs, one for Claude and one for Codex. You don't need both, so don't worry if you don't see both. You will see the one that you've installed. You will use this button here for extensions. And this is where you will install Claude or Codex or both to use them from inside Visual Studio. And if you want to see what my personal site looks like on localhost, you can open another terminal like this, PowerShell or terminal. Change to my H drive again. Then I will run npm run dev. That's Node Package Manager, run the development server. We'll start it up on port 3001 or 3000, depending which one is in use. If you get a situation where the port is already in use, just tell the coding agent to use a different port or close this test server that you're running on the other port. Either way, you can make it run on a range of ports. So to look at it, you'll click Control and left mouse. And here it is, running not on the cloud, but running on localhost port 3001. And just like I showed you in the beginning, we are now looking at my personal site running on a simulated server called localhost local dev.